Hey y'all, this is Briceratops, and I'm going to be hopefully teaching a class about contact poi and wraps at Campfire this year. This is going to be a really cool class for people to take if you are interested in learning new and interesting ways to manipulate your poi, because what we're going to mostly be focusing on, in addition to the wraps, is going to be contact poi, which is using the center of the chain to move the poi instead of just holding onto the end and swinging it. Now, in order to do this, you're going to need to have a pair of weighted poi. Notice that mine have a weight on the handles as well as at the other side. And so I'm going to bring enough of these weighted sock poi for people to use for the lessons. They'll be available to purchase for the extra discounted Campfire price of $5, and I will donate the profits from that to the Campfire donation fund for people to come next year on need-based tickets. So if you guys want to take some home, that'll definitely help out the Campfire community. It's my way of giving back so that people can enjoy these skills, and hopefully we can all learn a lot from each other. So here are some of the basic wrap concepts I'd like to talk about. We're going to start by talking about wrap planes, butterfly versus weave. So we'll do some basic wraps with butterflies on the arms and legs to get people used to these sorts of motions. Then we'll switch it up into the weave wraps and being able to do those off your arms and being able to do those on your wrists, to do those spiral wraps, because a lot of people don't know how to do these and would really like to. We'll talk about using isolations to sort of make those wraps pop, and then talk about using those wraps in conjunction with different turns. We're also going to talk about the basic parts of your body for wraps, the inside-outside arms, inside-outside legs, doing split wraps on your arms and legs, talking about doing body wraps both in front and behind your back. Doing turns with wraps is going to be something that we'll talk about and how to make those really pop. And then we'll talk about doing behind the back wraps as well. For contact, we're going to start by doing basic over and underhand wraps for doing contact manipulations, and once we have a basic foundation built there, then we're going to expand those concepts to different parts of the body, being able to put those motions together and how to manipulate poi using just the center of the chain and the two masses that are on the ends. We're going to talk about doing neck wraps like this, which I really like. I picked these up from Contact Staff, so anybody with Contact Staff background is going to just pick this stuff right up, anything contact related. Sorry about the quality of the video. I just kind of knocked this together real quick off of my laptop, so the framing isn't the best and the quality isn't the best, but you guys get the idea, I think. We're going to talk about some of the interesting ways that you can integrate these basic motions with your routines, starting with just one like this, sort of get used to the idea of doing these wraps around your wrist and, just being able to let go of the poi. That's not something that most people are going to be very used to. We're also going to talk about how to use two of them to start integrating some really cool moves into your routines. The first one that we'll do is doing the 3-bead weave with the contact wraps, which I think looks really cool. And then just go into different ways that these wraps can be used to accent your routines, to add some real variety and pop to these very familiar movements that people are used to working with. So hopefully you guys found this video to be really cool and useful. I'm going to end it here with about a minute of me just going nuts on contact poi and just showing off some of the stuff that I've been working on. Learning contact poi and practicing this has been a very improvisational sort of free-form experience for me, because I've looked around online and there's not a great deal of information or instruction about it. I picked up some things from videos, but most of it's just from messing around and learning it on my own. So what I'd really like to do is focus not so much on like, here's this move, here's that move, and that kind of stuff, but more on getting people to think about different ways to use their bodies to move the poi instead of just using the handles to move the poi. There's lots of interesting stuff that can come out of this, and the last thing I'm going to say is if this gets taken with Loki's stalls and throws class, then anybody who takes both of these classes is going to come out with a completely different perspective on poi, because it's going to open up a whole different world of motions that are just waiting to be discovered. Hopefully we'll see you in the class.